today we have Rachel Davies of RT Social, who holds our social media seat. Rachel, take it away.
Where shall I take it? Where shall I take it, Joe? Just
Whenever you want.
take it over with the aliens. It's been such a surreal morning. So this morning I am going to talk to you about something that's a little bit off-piste. It's a little bit winging it, but just go with me. I'm going to talk to you about imposter syndrome. And this is where Keith goes, huh? That's my bag. What are you doing talking about it? I'm going to talk to you about imposter syndrome from my lived experience. So I want to tell you that this bubbly person that you see before you is actually quite terrified in lots of situations. So I have had imposter syndrome for as long as I remember. I don't even remember where it came from. I just remember that this has been something that has been just lurking there, telling me you shouldn't really be here. What are you doing starting a business? All of those things has just been there, just nagging away at me for as long as I can remember. So I also live with anxiety. So anxiety and imposter syndrome are brilliant friends. They go together really, really well, but not for the person who's living with it. So imposter syndrome has made me not book into events that I wanted to go to because I didn't feel like I belonged there. I didn't feel like I was good enough to be there. It's also made me leave events before I'd even gone into them. So this sounds so ridiculous that I have travelled, it was about an hour and a half to go to an all-day networking event. And when I got to the car park, I thought, I can't do this. I cannot go into this event. I don't deserve to be here. People are going to say to me, what are you doing here? So I drove away again and I pretended that I'd got stuck in traffic so I couldn't make the event. And those, you all know me. So Gary's known me for a number of years as well. So everybody in the room knows me. This might shock some of you that I am so fragile. And I don't mind admitting that I'm fragile because I think all of us have a bit of fragility about us. And I think in this safe space, we're able to say what we really feel. And I appreciate this is also going to go on to the YouTube channel, so it's not that safe a space, but I'm okay with it. So my imposter syndrome and my anxiety has affected more than just my business. So it has affected relationships that I've built outside, so friendships and things like that as well. And it's definitely affected my business. So it's definitely affected what I felt capable and happy to do. So that was until last year when I met Keith. And Keith's talk about imposter syndrome and what he could do with his unique blend of NLP and hypnosis sounds a bit weird and it sounds a bit woo. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about how it goes, really. So as you know, Keith is in the arse end of Scotland. He's hundreds of miles away from me. So our session was done on Zoom. And for me, it took about 45 minutes. So it may have been quite quick for me because I was particularly open to getting some help and I'm particularly open to kind of exploring what's going on, but not to say that other people can't have such a quick transformation. I felt in control the whole time. There's no kind of past life regression or anything. He's not taken me back to a dark and distant place where horrible things happen to me. It's not like that. It's very much looking forward and looking for solutions, looking for the happy place where the imposter syndrome doesn't live. That might be where the aliens are, I don't know. So that the important thing is to know that I was in control the whole time. I was fully aware of what I wasn't fully aware of what Keith was doing, because I still think that's magic, but I was fully aware of my own presence and what I was doing. So I now, so what would have happened before is if somebody said they wanted to work with me, then I would have had that feeling of dread. I would have had that feeling of, oh my God, what if I don't know the answer to what they want me to teach them? What if they ask me a really difficult question? What if they want to use Sales Navigator on LinkedIn because I hate it? What if? All of those things would have come up. So since my 45-minute session with Keith, and I still can't believe that it was so quick, but it was. Now, when people want to work with me, I get a pat on my back. Well done, they've chosen you. And I don't feel that dread. So a couple of weeks ago, I had a lady book in who I've never spoken to. I didn't know her. I didn't know her business. I didn't even know how she'd found me. But she'd booked in and paid for a session with me without ever having a conversation, which isn't the way that it normally goes. Normally, I have a cake date and tell people how I can help them, but she just booked in. And if that had happened last year, I would have gone into a spiral of fear of, oh my God, I'm not good enough. This isn't going to help. What can I do? How can I get out of it? And actually, when she booked in, I was like, oh, this is exciting. I wonder how she's found me. I wonder what her business is about. And when I looked at her business, it was so completely out of my comfort zone. It was about process management, which is not my bag. But I was confident enough in my own abilities. I'm confident enough in my social media training that I don't need to know what her topic is, because I know what my topic is. So that is a massive difference for me, that I now get my pat on the back. I now feel like I do deserve this business. It's only taken me 8 years in business, but you know, we'll gloss over that. I now not afraid to be heard. I like being heard. I like people to ask me my opinion, because I feel like my opinion does actually matter. And I think I've got stuff to say that people can take notice of. So, but it's not just my business. So other aspects of my life have also been impacted. So I am a much happier person because I haven't got this constant weight on my shoulder of thinking I'm not good enough. I am more open to going out and trying things, which again, you can take in several different ways. But I'm open to having new experiences, which most of you know, my husband is autistic. So having new experiences comes with a caveat that we have new experiences that he's ready for. But I can have new experiences on my own. I don't have to tie myself to my safety net of Andy. I'm quite okay to go out on my own now. And just bringing it back to work. So this year I have launched a load of workshops, which I had wanted to do for ages and ages and ages, and not quite felt like I was good enough to do them. And now I've launched them and I've got bookings for them already. So they only launched last week, but the bookings are coming in. And I'm feeling genuinely excited about running those workshops. And I've already got people saying, I can't make that date. When is your next one? And I'm already excited for planning the next ones. So Keith has absolutely transformed my life. So I have to just keep checking my notes, because I made some notes before the meeting. So most of you will know that I won my 1N membership. So that was a competition that 1N ran last year that Jodie Fletcher from Chili Promotional Products nominated me for. So my final word to you would be, if you get the opportunity to nominate a fellow business for an award or for a prize of some sort, then please do it, because you just don't know if you're going to change their life. Thank you. And thank you, Keith. Keith, I honestly cannot thank you enough for the changes that you've made, but I will continue to point people in your direction whenever anybody mentions imposter syndrome. So thanks for listening. I completely winged it, but there we go. Hope that's helpful.